Okay, and with manager Phil Parkinson, Cheshire Senior Cup final is finished. Altrincham 2, Congleton Town 2. Congleton have won the game 4-2 on penalties. Phil, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, extremely disappointed. Firstly, I'd like to say well done to Congleton. I thought they deserved the win in 90 minutes. I thought they were the team who were on the front foot and executed the game plan brilliantly. Thought our lads were miles off it tonight. Very rarely I'll stand in front of you and say that. I can't put my finger on why that was. Just going through it in there with Neil. Is it the season catching up with us? Is that how it's gone for us? The turnover of players. I could reel off loads of reasons why, but ultimately there's no chance, no excuse that we shouldn't be winning that game on our own turf. It's humiliating. It's really tough to take. We deserve the boos at the end as well. The fans were outstanding for us tonight. I asked them, did they take it seriously? They certainly did. And we've really let ourselves down on that performance.
Because you put out a strong side, Phil, didn't you? You know, obviously, cup competition, you want to win it. Strong side out there. As you say there's no excuses. But Congleton Town, they've come here, they've come in shape, and they've put a proper shift in, haven't they?
They have. They've done well, and I showed the lads the performances they put in against Fylde. I give them all the respect going to watch them against Crewe. So did the due diligence, but unfortunately we've not been good enough, and sometimes you've just got to take your medicine. Say they were the better team, which is really difficult to do, but it's a final. I said in my last interview, this football club's been built on giant killings, and we've been victim of that. We are a giant to them. It's their World Cup final, and they've celebrated accordingly. I made sure the lads stayed out, clapped them, watched them, showed them all the respect they're due. They've done a great job there at Congleton. They've had some really good wins, and it's probably capped a good season off for them, whereas for us, our season's probably gone the wrong way since Halifax. I've probably underestimated the effect of the turnover of players. I mean, even this last couple of weeks, you look at losing Tyrese, you look at losing Maxi, Joe. It's just constant. So probably because of how well the lads have adapted and bounced back, you don't really probably understand the toll it's taken on them mentally and physically. And maybe that's something we're reflecting on the whole season at the moment, and it's something we're looking at now. So you're asking me questions, I'm not giving you excuses, I'm just sort of telling you as I'm sort of seeing it. So yeah, desperately disappointed. I really wanted to win that. I really wanted to win that for the fans, for the players, to be able to take something for me. A season that has been a season of success, it doesn't feel that way because it feels like it's really fizzled out at the end. But look what we've done in terms of the semi-final, the 32-year wait for that. It's taken us 10 years to get to this point again. So hey, normally we do put in different teams out in this to probably test kids more, but I knew this would be a good opportunity for us to get to a final. We got there, but this group's got to learn how to get over the line, and I've said it so many interviews now in terms of showing our Achilles heel in terms of not keeping a clean sheet and not being. We had the chances to finish that, even though they were the better team. I felt the chances that we had. It's scandalous, the opportunities that we've missed in the 18-yard box, and that just sums us up at the moment, and that's what we've got to do better with. So we've scored loads of goals this season, but we're not scoring enough, and we're not defending well enough to keep teams out.
Yeah, I think I used the word clinical, you know, not being clinical tonight. I think that was fair. There was a lot of opportunities. Somebody was clinical, Jordan Hume, that finish in the first half, got us back in it as well at 2-2. And actually towards the end, if that game would have gone another 5 or 10 minutes, you could tell their legs were starting to go, Phil.
Yeah, well, they should do, shouldn't they? The levels below us, and they put a big shift in. Listen, I've been the Congleton beating. Hey, funnily enough, Altrincham in a Cheshire Senior Cup. So this is what cup competition's all about. It just absolutely stinks when it's you, and especially when you're at home and the fans have turned out in the numbers, and we just feel like we've let everyone down. We're so disappointed. All I can say is what I say every time: we'll work really hard. We'll win these finals, we'll get to trophy finals, we'll finish higher up in this division. I mean, there's a bit of me thinking, is it a bit of a gift horse where you're looking at it and everyone could have got really carried away if we'd finished in the top 10, which we were capable of doing this season, got to Wembley, won this competition, then everyone thinks we're going to get automatic promotion on a bottom 4 budget. The club knows what it's got to do investment-wise to move us forward. Everyone's making the right noises. The recruitment is going to be crucial. We've got a good core of players that will take us into next season, that will have learned ever so much from this season and moments like this. And the club, it just gets stronger every season. So I know everybody's desperately disappointed. I am really down about that one. But we'll bounce back as we always do.
This club is built on cup tradition, you know, we're so unlucky against Halifax, that close to getting to Wembley. I can imagine you've had to drag those players up, and how are you gonna do that for, you know, for the final game of the season at the weekend?
Well, that was the question I just asked them: is are we going to go out on a whimper? Are we going to have a real good go? I mean, everything's against you, isn't it? Again, going into Saturday, you look at this season. We've had a game on a Thursday night. We're travelling down on the day to Aldershot. It's a later kick-off. Lads are going to be mentally drained from that. It doesn't matter about what people think of the cup competition. It's a cup. They've put a bit into that, not enough. We've not done well enough, and we've got to go into Saturday and we need to put on a performance for our fans and a little bit of pride. And that was a message that I was giving them all week in terms of taking pride in the performance. You can't just switch it on and off. You can't underestimate your opponent. So yeah, just desperately reeling from the back end of this season, to be honest. And I'll certainly bounce back. I'll come out fighting and I'll do everything that I need to do, and Neil will, and all the staff are reflecting. It's really important we do that now, not just brush it under the carpet. We'll look through everything, every goal we've conceded, every goal we've scored, every chance we've missed, individual personnel stats, performances, and we'll be very selective when giving out contracts and who we're bringing in, because we'll be a real tight-knit unit next season, and it's something we've got to look at.
Well, good luck for Saturday, and I hope we can bounce back.
We certainly will.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks.
Thank you.